Hello pupils, welcome back to another episode of our lesson. Today we'll be looking at Unit 6, Sport, page 65, and our focus for today are was and were. There are two learning objectives being highlighted in today's lesson. Number 1, you should be able to read and complete at least 4 out of 6 sentences using affirmative and negative forms of was and were. Number 2, you should be able to read and complete 7 longer sentences with was and were. Let's watch a video of was and were.
Ah, look, Pip. You were a beautiful baby.
Was I a happy baby?
Yes, you were.
Was I a hungry baby?
Yes, you were.
Was I kind to my little sister?
No, you weren't.
I was hungry. I wasn't kind.
You were happy. You weren't kind.
Complete the examples from the Olympics timeline on page 64. Number 1. Hiroshi Hoketsu was a competitor. Number 2. It wasn't in the Olympics until 1988. Number 3. Golf and rugby were events for the first time. Number 4. Women weren't competitors until 1900s. The rule: was and were are the past forms of is and are. Is past tense was. The past tense for are is were. Okay. For past simple, was and were, we use it with I, he, she, it, or singular noun. You use it with was. I was, he was, she was, it was, or one person or any single noun was. For you, we, they, and plural noun, more than one, two, or above amount of plural nouns, you use it with were. You were, we were, they were, or the children were. For was and were, they are affirmative and negative. Affirmative was, negative wasn't, was not, wasn't. Were not become weren't, weren't. Let's read and complete this. In the past, things were different. Things were different. Number 2. In the past, sports stars weren't richer. Sports stars weren't richer. Number 3. In the past, I was younger. Number 4. In the past, Everest wasn't higher. Number 5. In the past, transport was slower. Number 6. In the past, people weren't taller. Complete the sentences with was and were together with own ideas. Number 1. I was born in Prague. I was born in Prague. Let's look at the first one. When I when I was younger, my favorite sport was cycling. Number 2, the number 1 song last week was Stay. Number 3, my great grandparents' names were Joseph and Mary. Number 4, my favorite films last year were At Alive and Underwater. Number 5, my favorite day last week was Sunday. Number 6, when I was younger, my hobbies were reading and swimming. Number 7, my last meal was spaghetti. Now, you complete the exercise in the Google Forms link provided below using was, were, wasn't, and weren't. Completing the exercise and submit it on the Google Form link provided. Alright. You can also access the link from Google Classroom or the description box below. Once you have completed, make sure you click turn in Google Classroom as well. Alright. Thank you for tuning in today's lesson, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.